Hey everyone! Welcome to another exciting episode of Family Moments, where we use really cool object lessons
that teach the truth about what matters most.
Exactly. And today, we're going to have some fun with this.
A paper airplane? All right!
I think almost all kids love paper airplanes.
So do I, but I've never been very good at making them.
Well, today could be your lucky day.
Can I see that?
Well, sure. I mean, it took me a while to make that one because I wanted to make it perfect.
Does it work?
Well, I don't know. I haven't even tried it yet.
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Well, just be careful.
Oops. Well, at least we know it works.
Ow, brother. Hey kids, Pastor Robbie here, along with my lovely assistant and wonderful daughter, Sadie.
Hello, it's so good to be back home from college for the summer.
Well, it's good to have you back, though we have had some pretty good guest co-hosts while you were gone.
I know, I've been watching, as long as everyone doesn't forget about me.
Oh, Sadie, no one has forgotten about you. We all love you.
Well, good. Now, let's talk salary.
Salary? Oh, brother. Tell you what, if you can take this $100 bill and fold it 10 times, I'll let you keep it.
$100? You're on.
That's once, twice, 3, 4.
Oh man, this is getting harder. I think that's all I can do.
Well, maybe it'd be a little easier if you had a bigger sheet of paper. Like this newspaper.
No problem.
Give it a try.
I can't get it to fold any more than 8 times.
Well, maybe it's just too thick of paper. Here, I've got an idea. Try this thin tissue paper. Certainly that'll work.
Oh yeah! So close. Oh man, my paper just keeps getting thicker and thicker, making it hard to keep folding.
That's because every time you fold it, it doubles in size. Believe it or not, if you could somehow keep folding that sheet of paper, you'd only have to fold it 48 times and it would reach the moon.
No way, that would be impossible.
Mathematically, no, but realistically, you're right. It would get smaller and smaller and taller and too thick to actually fold. And today's lesson actually has more to do with unfolding than it does with folding.
What are you talking about?
Well, let's take a look at Psalm 119, 130 and find out. It says, "The unfolding of your words gives light. It gives understanding to the simple."
So what does that mean?
Well, many people have Bibles, but unfortunately, some Bibles just sit on shelves and collect dust. This verse tells us that opening them up, or unfolding God's Word, and reading the Bible will give light and understanding.
Interesting.
Imagine getting a letter in the mail, but never opening it up or unfolding it.
That's crazy. If I never open it or unfold it, how am I supposed to read it or know what it says?
Exactly. Seems so elementary, yet many people just try to figure life out on their own.
What if the Bible seems confusing and hard to understand?
That's a great question. Fortunately, there are lots of age-appropriate Bibles that help with that challenge. I think the real problem is most people never form the habit of opening their Bibles daily. I mean, imagine going a day without eating or drinking.
I'd starve to death.
And yet many people go days, weeks, or even months without reading their Bible, and they end up starving spiritually.
I never thought about it that way. How can we get people to read their Bible more?
Well, that's another great question. There's an age-old saying that goes like this: you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I've heard of that before, but what does it mean?
Well, in this instance, it means you can tell people to read their Bible, but ultimately you can't make them read it. They have to want to do it on their own.
You would think that a horse would want to drink the water, especially if it was good.
Well, I know plenty of people who have brand new Bibles, but they seldom open them up to read them.
They don't know what they're missing.
Well, if people would just form the habit of reading a section every day, perhaps in the morning or after a meal, they would be amazed at what they'd learn. As this verse says, they'd have a better understanding.
So, what about the paper airplane?
Well, I actually made this paper airplane with the directions on how to make it. So, to gain understanding, you need to unfold it, like this.
Oh, cool! Now I can make one too. Looks like all I need to do is get a sheet of paper, fold it like this, then like this, then like this, and finally like this. And now it's ready to go.
While the unfolding of God's Word gives light, the folding of our airplane gives flight.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go test it out.
You're right, come on.
Who'd have ever thought we could learn a lesson about unfolding?
Speaking of which, why didn't you go help Mom out by folding the laundry?
I thought this was about unfolding.
Well, it is, but learning to fold is also a beautiful thing. So, Sadie, what did you learn today?
I learned we sure go through a lot of laundry.
I meant about the lesson.
Oh, I learned that unfolding God's Word is all about forming the habit of reading the Bible on a regular basis to learn and grow spiritually.
Exactly.
And when we do that, it provides light and understanding to the simple. You might even say it gives flight, like the paper airplane.
Very good.
Now, I was thinking about what you said about leading a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah?
Well, can't you just force them to drink?
What do you mean, force them to drink?
Well, like if I said, how would you like a drink of water? And you said no. Couldn't I just force you to drink some, like this?
Like what? What are you talking about? What in the world? That's not gonna make me want to drink.
Oh, you're right. Well, at least we know that now, right?
Yeah. We'll see you around.
I'm lost.